The old penetrator. So, the last video we pulled the trans. So it's over at the tranny shop, and they just called me. And it's complete junk. I guess we broke the direct drum. And he also said that the last guy that built it probably wasn't built as much as he kind of told me it was. So he said it was basically just a little bit better than stock, and that running this LSA with these big tires that we're gonna have to build the shit out of it for it to last. And the stall converter is way too high. It's 2800, and that's why my engine braking isn't really working that great. So
idiot.
That's super exciting. I thought it was just gonna be throw a band in it and maybe a direct drum and call it good, but that's not the case. So we're lowering the stall speed, putting billet input, outputs in it, all the goodies, and hopefully that'll be the last time we have to pull it out for a while. So while we're waiting for that, on today's episode of My Shit's Fucked Up, we got leaks. And it kind of looks like it's the rear main because it's the cleanest right there, which would indicate where the oil is kind of flowing the most. But it's slung all over the place. That's kind of from my fingers messing around. But anyway, we're gonna put a new rear cover, rear main, pan gasket, and then you can see right there, the corner of the oil pan is actually cracked. When I got this pan in the mail, it had been dropped, and I thought maybe it was sealed because the O-ring was kind of towards the inside of that bolt. But I think this whole corner is kind of mashed down. So we're gonna pull this pan off. We're gonna weld that up, re-drill the hole, either put it in the milling machine, or I've got a granite stone. Maybe we'll try to stone it off. Anyway, we're gonna try to get it real nice and flat so it seals. I could buy a new pan about 300 bucks, which I probably should do because the labor on fixing this thing is probably gonna suck. But I don't really want to wait for it, so we're gonna try to fix it. Yeah. So we got some parts, and we've got a welder and the technology and the tools and the know-how to do this. So there ain't nothing to do but to do it. I guess first thing we're gonna do is pull this oil pan cage off here, and that'll give us access to the pan. Oil's probably done draining, sitting there for over a day. Good. Front of this thing just kind of sagging. Oh, right here. Ain't too bad. Too bad at all. I didn't really see any move. Good. back of the neck. Nice. Alright, well, this oil looked a little funky when I was draining it. Not like, I mean, kind of metallic-y, but I don't know, it's like, I think it's just assembly lube. I'm almost positive it's assembly lube. Because the motor's healthy, it runs great, it doesn't make any noise. And it's just too fine and not metallic-y enough to worry me. So I'm gonna go look at my assembly lube and I'm gonna compare the two on a rag and see if that's just like the moly. Kind of scary though at first. Engine assembly lube, moly graphite. Stream pressure anti-seize. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Yeah, that kind of
Thank you, Jesus! Thank you, Jesus! Thank you, Jesus!
scared me. I'm already in a tranny. I want to be in an engine. So that's some assembly lube that I squeezed out of the tube. Or no, sorry, that's assembly lube I squeezed out of the tube. That's what came out of the pan. So that's got to be it. So, oh man, this is stressful. Oh, fuck. Quickest way to dry a pan off after you're done. Solvent tank. There it goes. Jesus. Let that cook the oil out of the pan. Wipe it down with your favorite oil-soaked rag too for maximum danger. Now we got water in there. Cool. That's all right. We're gonna do a final cleaning after we're gonna do a bunch of welding and grinding on this thing, so ain't too worried about it. But that's what we're dealing with. We're gonna try to build up that corner with a TIG and then surface that off, I guess. I guess we can use our gasket as a guide on where to drill the hole and stuff. So, should be fun. Fucking eBay seller. I wish I knew that guy's name. So it was damaged. Oh yeah, I'll send you a new one. Sends me a tracking number that doesn't work and then proceeds to ghost me for over a month. And tried getting in touch with eBay and it was beyond the return window. And that's why I always inspect my parts when they come in the mail. My wife thinks that I'm just excited and opening all the boxes and like it's Christmas, but been screwed like this on multiple occasions, so always inspect your parts when you get them. Plenty built up past the side. We're plenty past this side. I mean, I could probably put a little more in the corner, but honestly, I don't know. It's about what it was, really. I think we'll start kind of putting, you know, start finishing it, getting it back down to where it needs to be. And if it looks a little light on the corner, then we'll build it up. But that's the top side. We got plenty enough to drill a new hole. We got plenty of material to kind of reshape that. And then there's side profile. We're built up plenty good there too. So I guess now I think we'll hit it with the sanding disc and get it all kind of roughed in. And then I think we'll take the granite stone and some 400 and we'll just start going across and we'll just start looking at our witness marks and trying to take it down from there. I hate leaks, man. Leaks, they just, God, they bug me. And these LS motors are really good for not leaking. So I really just want to give this the best chance possible. And I think as of now, we're in it like an hour, probably another hour, get it all finished. So we didn't have to wait for a new pan, waste any money, just a little bit of labor and supplies that we already have. So, okay, it's my granite stone. It's certified within like I think it's 1/10,000th of an inch on the one side. So got that on there with a piece of 400, little WD-40. Those little lines you're seeing, those are actually like a low spot on the side of the weld. You can see I got, you know, scratches there and scratches there going the same way. So I know I'm flat. There's actually no sealing surface that goes anywhere around this hole, so I'm gonna call that good. It's actually like up in this area. So we're gonna call that good. I'll probably lay a straight edge across there and do a little feeler gauge just to make sure the whole pan's not like mashed. But I think that's gonna do it. So got that cleaned up, got the hole re-drilled. I think that's gonna work. Okay, well, I don't remember where we're at. It's been a day or two. No, just a day. Got that corner all welded up. Got it all stoned off there. We'll give it one more final wash down, and then we'll get it back in the truck here. Start getting some of these parts back on here. Yeah, nothing too exciting in here. Oh yeah, we got to do the cover still. Okay, well, we're gonna do the rear cover. Okay, pan cleaned up. I put a little Loctite on these bolts on all of them. Probably doesn't matter, but something I do. Gasket, filter, everything's ready to go. Got our corner all fixed up. You can see what I mean about the gasket. Doesn't really matter. Because it's, you know, inside that little edge there where the weld got a little undercut. So anyway, hopefully that'll take care of our leak. Okay, that's what it looks like with the cover off. Nothing too special other than that Texas Speed blower cam. So we'll get the gasket peeled off there, get everything cleaned up, get the new main seal in there, and start going back together. Okay, I got the cover all cleaned up, got the new seal in. The Felpro comes with a little plastic guide for when you slip it over the end of the crankshaft so the lip doesn't get folded. Highly recommend you use that. See how these have a little bit of a rock? I like to line them up nice and flat on the pan surface. And then I go ahead and torque it down. Some guys will, you know, loosely assemble the pan, which you can do too. It probably doesn't matter, but I like to get this thing straight, and then I like to torque it down so that the pan doesn't like put pressure up on the rear cover. I know it really can't because of the way the block is machined and everything, but the gasket can still kind of push up on it. And so I just like to have that thing kind of floating on the end of the crankshaft, if that makes sense. When I torque it down, I've always done it like that, never had an issue. May not be the way the book does it, but it's the way I do it, and it works. So take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But anyway, we'll get this thing torqued down. I think it's 18 foot-pounds. I probably won't even put a wrench on it. I've done it so many times. And then we'll come back and get the pan on. And, oh, one more thing to note. There is one other place that these can leak, and that is up here. You got your cam sensor that comes down through an opening and then back into the block. That O-ring can be bad, and that can also cause a leak. I'm not going to change mine because I think it's fine, honestly, and it's something you can always do. You got to do it from the top anyway later on. So that thing's pretty long. So yeah, let's keep rolling. Okay, just thought I'd throw it in there. I did look it up. It is 18 foot-pounds. And I guess since I looked it up for everybody, I'll go ahead and just throw my torque wrench on it. So 18 foot-pounds. Okay. Block's all cleaned up. You're gonna want to hit your four corners where your front and rear covers meet up with just a little dab of silicone. Otherwise, it will leak through that crack. Another good thing is I always like to look up in my pickup and see how much junk is stuck against it. So it looks pretty good. I hosed it out with a little bit of brake clean. That's why it kind of looks like there's crap in it, but that's just the brake clean. It's kind of hanging in between the screen openings. So we'll get this pan up on there next, and I think that'll be it. Okay, there you go, all cleaned up, resealed, torqued. Pan bolts are 18 foot-pounds as well. Yeah, I guess I gotta go find my drain plug, and we'll throw some oil in this baby. Again, the LS3 style pan, or pretty much any aftermarket pan, it's going to use this 57060 or 517060. It's basically the truck filter. I think is a 1042, and it's got a 13/16 thread. These aftermarket pans are going to be metric, and that's why you got to use the LS3, basically 7060, and whatever other brand puts their little index number on it, which in a Wix it's a 5. So do not buy if you got like a 5.3 with this pan, don't go ask for a 5.3 filter, ask for an LS3 filter. Thanks for watching.